Thank you. The biggest race that we are following tonight is Atlanta's mayoral race. 14 candidates are now on the ballot after Mayor Bottoms announced that she would not be running again. Our 11 Alive poll last month had former Mayor Keisha Reed in the lead, followed by City Council President Felicia Moore. But 31%, that's the story here. 31% were still undecided. And given how crowded the field is, it's likely this race will be headed toward a runoff, and that is because under the law, in order to win outright, a candidate must receive over 50% of the vote tonight plus one. And with the field this crowded, that's going to be very hard to accomplish with the candidates splitting the votes. So that means the top two candidates will likely head to a runoff on November 30th. Former Mayor Reed says he is anticipating that he will be in that runoff, but he is still holding out hope that he will be celebrating tonight. 11 Alive's Doug Richards is in downtown Atlanta, where the Reeds will be watching the results as they come trickling in, hopefully more than a trickle.
Yes. Right, Jeff. Everybody's hoping for that, certainly. And, you know, Keisha Reed is hoping for a big old victory party here tonight, although he fully expects to be in a runoff. He was very buoyant today when he went to vote, and why not? He's been consistently among the top two in polls in the weeks leading up to today, and all he has to do if there is a runoff is finish among the top two. Reed was voting at an elementary school called Fickett Elementary in Southwest Atlanta. He was with his daughter Maria when they showed up this morning to vote. He said that this is his sixth mayoral election, counting three that he helped to strategize, and then three more in which he was a candidate. And he says he liked what he called the rhythm of this election. We asked him if it matters whether he finishes first or second tonight.
I don't think it really matters. I think that folks are going to focus in on who the top vote getters are. And then on November 30th, we're going to have what I think is going to be a spirited election. And then on December 1st, Atlanta's going to have a new mayor.
Or at least the name of a new mayor who actually would not be inaugurated into the office until about a month later and would have that short period of time to put together an administration. We're getting ahead of ourselves here. Let's go now to Felicia Moore's campaign. My colleague Hope Ford is down the street from me with them.
Yeah, and you know, Moore, of course, she said today as well that she'd like to win it all and go ahead and get to work. But of course, that is the question. What if there is a runoff? That's been a big question throughout all of this, with Reed and Moore being the top, being high up in the polls. They could likely face each other at the end of the month. And as Jeff said a few moments ago, with 14 candidates, it is highly likely that there will be a runoff. Moore and Reed, of all of those 14 candidates, they've been particularly heated with each other. Moore said Reed had one of the most corrupt administrations in Atlanta history. She's been a long-term critic of Reed, consistently bringing up investigations into his administration. But she says if there is a runoff with Reed, she'll be happy to let voters know more of her message and a little less noise.
Get more attention on what we want to do for our city, making it safer no matter where people live, getting the city service delivery, which is really a big issue, affordable housing, infrastructure. Hopefully we'll be able to talk about more issues that are impacting our great city.
And voter turnout is supposed to be a little lower in this race. Some people have pointed to voter fatigue over the last year, but Moore is confident that she galvanized all of her supporters to get out today. And she says in the event of a runoff that she believes that her team will be able to do that again, and her record will be the #1 thing, and her experience in Atlanta politics for the last 24 years will be the thing that will be able to pull voters from those other 13 candidates should this go to a runoff. Sheba?
All right, Hope, thank you so much. The poll's closing at 7 in Atlanta, closing at 8. And we are your first stop for all the latest updates on this election. Look for extensive coverage throughout the night here on 11 Alive and our sister station, the WATL. And if you want results sent straight to your phone, text the word results to the number on your screen. That's 404-885-7600. That's super important there and helpful. I just did it myself.